god. Okay, so the best way, mind you, the words, what are they? Who needs them? Oh my god, that was a cinema experience and a half. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so watching this, if y'all have ever sat through The Bear season 1 or season 2 episode 6, particularly episode 6 of both those seasons, you will know how chaotic The Bear is, right? The Bear is a walk in a park, okay? Watching Saturday Night Live was like waiting for an explosion to constantly go off, and you know it's gonna go off because you've seen chaos after chaos, and it's just like The Bear all over again. It's just a mental game. I walked out of this session, actually I'm not even through the closing credits. I sat there and I was like, my god, I cannot remember the last time I sat through a movie and felt so many emotions. I cannot remember the last time I sat through a movie and sat on the edge of my chair, pissed myself with laughter, screamed, cried, was like, oh my god. I cannot remember the last time I saw actors on a screen that I was like, no way, I wanna like cuddle you, I wanna like hug you, I wanna be like, oh my god, you're my favorite actor, like, oh my god, like, I felt like I was just feeling so much. It was batshit insane that it worked in its favor. I can see why the original cast of SNL are praising this movie, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm sitting here praising this movie. As an Australian who was born in 1994, I did not grow up with SNL. I didn't get introduced to that until about 2007, 2011, somewhere between that mind block. And I was in high school, so somewhere between the age of 12 and 18, right? That sweet influence spot. Growing up, SNL was not on my radar, but the comedians who got their start in television were the ones that were on SNL. I grew up with Belushi, I grew up with Ackerman, I grew up knowing who Andy Kaufman is, I grew up not liking Chevy Chase. I grew up with so many actors who got their first start in TV because of this show. I got so fucking excited that in the first 5 minutes somebody was wearing the Groundlings on their shirts, and now I'm like, I want the Groundlings movie. Phil Hartman got his start on the Groundlings. Most of these comedians who were in SNL got their start from being in the Groundlings, and the Groundlings were formed from there. Like, if you were not picked from the Groundlings to be on SNL, like, your career was ruined. So now I'm like, I want a Groundlings movie, please. The fact I know so much comedy legacy and yet don't watch a lot of it. But seeing Andy Kaufman on screen, like, yes, I know it was another actor portraying him, but the fact that I got to see that and be like, oh my god, Pippi! Oh my god, I love you! And then Matt Wood as Belushi, my god, dude. If I remember correctly, and I could be wrong, so please do correct me, this Wood is Belushi's son, or has a Belushi connection. Dude did him to a T. I was like, oh my god, I feel like I'm watching baby Belushi right here, like, oh, like, and I wanted to throttle Chevy Chase. I mean, Corey Michael Smith does a fantastic job. I don't like Chevy Chase, I don't like his films, I don't think he's funny, but that's just my opinion. And I was like, Corey Michael Smith, I love you. You were great in the stuff I've seen you in, but I want to throttle you right now. I want to be like, you side suck of shit, like, piss off. But I love seeing the difference of how comedy has aged through the years, from what the 80s to now, and seeing the evolution of comedians and how they got their breakthrough, and seeing how live shows have done differently. They reference the Johnny Carson show, they reference Milton, who, again, I am familiar with those names, but I don't know them because I'm too young. Their influence on comedy and variety shows isn't something that I'm familiar with, but I know that they had a big impact on the way comedy shows are today. I was in awe, not gonna lie. I think every single actor, whether it be the extras, the minor roles, the people who you see and blink and miss it, the people who were just there for the ride, the main cast, they were absolutely phenomenal. I can see where people are praising Saturday Night. I feel like that even if you don't know Saturday Night Live like I do, look, I said I don't know this show. I know the snippets. I know the stuff that I've seen on YouTube videos. I've seen Twitter. I haven't watched a full episode ever in my life. I just know the segments that get shown online, and I think that you can still understand this. You can see the chaos in it. And even though we know that SNL turns out the way it does today, I was going, shit, this is going to get cancelled. Shit, it's not actually going to happen. Like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Like, nobody's rooting for the little guy. They all want to see it fail. But I'm sitting here going, oh my god, like, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. But it clearly does. I have so many high emotions. The fact that now I have to calm myself down so I can go to work, and I'm about to work a Pearl Jam concert, so the fact that my emotions are all over the place and is about to be on a higher level for tonight, it's going to be insane. But Jason Reitman, the cast, the crew, every single person who worked to bring this story to life did a phenomenal job. You guys are utterly amazing. I love how everyone involved themselves. I love how not one person half-assed it. Like, you could have easily just thrown in the towel and be like, yep, I'm playing Billy Crystal and I'm here because cool. No, you made it look like you were Billy Crystal. You made it look like you were Belushi. You made it look like you were Kufferman. You made it look like you were Chase. You made it look like you were this and that. It was so believable that I felt like I was old enough to understand every single reference and every single frame, everything that was happening on scene. So I think that's a rarity when it comes to comedies now. I mean, I know a lot of people have said that SNL is not the greatest anymore. I can't be the judge of that, but just watching this, I'm like, it felt like comedy was back. It felt like that everything I grew up watching was back. It felt like that every actor I've idolized since I was a baby and got influenced by is back. So this did an absolute phenomenal job, and I've got nothing but praises for Saturday Night Live, or Saturday Night, my bad. But like, if you haven't seen it, you should go see it. Even if you don't like the TV series, you don't have to. You will still find enjoyment from this. Like I said, if you love The Bear episode 6 of season 1 and 2, you're gonna love this chaos. I don't know how I managed to sit through it, but it was chaotic in its best little way. Absolutely phenomenal, but like, amazing.